Good morning, everybody. We are back with some more Housewife 4 on this lovely Monday morning. And we are in a bit of predicament now with Spain being attacked by Italy, and it looks a little bit precarious, almost as if they're about to fall. So we actually send some troops south, and we're trying to help them hold on until we get some more allies onto the ground in Italy. So let me just do a few little things here. Hey, Pavlog is welcome. Empire will never fall. Of course, Britain will never fall. The great empire of old. How are you doing this morning? There we are. Okay. So let me just start by just having a look through all these different things at the top here. Woke up, took a shower, and now eating. Perfect. It's a good start of the day, isn't it? Yeah, I've been up for quite a few hours at this point. So I'm past the eating stage, and I'm just drinking some tea and enjoying a bit of warfare. Hey, Lasagna, stream later, please. I have a class later. Okay, I'll see. I might try. I might try. But this is actually, like I was saying, Pavlokis, I've been off for quite a few hours at this point. So this is like the early hours in Europe. So there's quite a lot of people enjoy these kind of audio streams as well. So I think not the worst time, right? But I do apologize that it's, conflicting with your class, as you do, right? I want to guess the music a bit loud. Maybe I should turn it down a little bit. What do you guys think? Or is it spot on? It's a little bit, right? It's fine. Okay. All right, so let's have a look at the game, right? So the situation is this. We sent loads of troops to the south to try to defend, Spain from the invasion of Italy. And we actually had some great plans which we tried, which didn't quite work out. We actually set up for a kind of a spear attack. I was trying to get across here to cut them off, so we could then, break their supply chain and pick them off. It didn't work out, unfortunately. And as you can see, if you look at the troops, right, this is what I have to work with. Attack power 34. And then we look at the opposing side. Defense power 413, 1742. That's never gonna work. So we ended up just having to abandon those plans after a valiant attempt. So what we're doing instead now, we basically just kind of gotten into the foxholes defending, and all of these units should have like machine guns with them, as they're part of the default template now, right? So that should hopefully be enough to hold them off. In the meantime, we've been given a few options. One of them is to invade Ireland for some reason. I'm not sure I've been wanting to do that. Simply because, like, it's not really historical, is it? So this is my first run with Britain, and I'm kind of wanting to keep it a bit historical if I possibly can. The general level is quite high as well. That's not going to help, is it? It's the same as my general, though, right? So it should kind of be somewhat of a mute point. So I'm thinking that what I want to do is just kind of go through these to begin with, kind of clear out some of these, and then we can just unpause and, see what we can do, basically. You know what's not historical? That Emerald Boso owning Northern Ireland for king and country. Yeah, this should be all red, right? Who is this? Eamon de Valera. I can't say I'm familiar with him. There's unpaused at 2. I will just start clicking through these things and try to get some of this stuff sorted out. And we can just watch this unfold here in the meantime. All right, so what do we have? Production needs to be updated. We're looking at the York. So again, it's the ships that keep being updated. Updated by me, of course. I don't know Irish history neither, except the car thing. Yeah, that's the part that I'm most familiar with, like the how was it? The Irish Liberation Army or something like that. I'm not too familiar with it. Seen a few movies and stuff, but that's a while ago. But yeah, we're on the same page, Pologis. All right, so that's going to be the... Was it York? I think it was the York. York class, yeah. It's not a capital ship. Let's just do it this way. We'll get all the list, and, you know, you have to let it go. Yeah, the Nightbot's a bit heavy. I do see the message, though, so come on, Nightbot. I keep it because of, like, spam bots that come in sometimes. Like, people coming in, hey, check me out on Discord, check me out on Instagram. I'd love to tell you about the art I do. Can I do art for you? Can I sell you stuff? And I kind of gotten to the point that I'm a little bit tired of it. So I'm flagging for a few of those keywords that keep coming up. Well, they get rid of the automated bots, but the people coming trying to sell me art, which I obviously don't need, they don't get flagged by Siri usually. So I need Nightbot for that. All right, well, let's have a look at it, shall we? We were looking at for York. There it is. Okay, so we have this one York that's getting finished in December. In about a week. We'll just let that finish. Yeah, that's the only reason Paralook is. Otherwise, I would just... I tried turning it off for a while, and I soon regretted it, so I had to put it back on. But I've eased up a lot on what it does, right? So now you can spam a few emotes, a few caps, and those sort of things. It shouldn't be too much. Not gonna lie, I will always have beef with Nightbot. Yeah, I appreciate that, Pologis. It's a bit kind of... yes, sir! It's a bit heavy-handed, isn't it? So we got a few more Marines. We might need a new battalion at this point. Let's do this. Right, so even in this situation, right, we are in the mountains defending with machine guns and everything. It's still not enough to hold back these troops. They're just too strong by the looks of it. I'll show you my template here. Infantry. So it's a pretty solid setup overall, I think. The thing here, though, is that a lot of troops that we're actually dealing with here in this particular front, yes, sir! You can see they're kind of refugees from their own collapsed countries. So they may not be the templates I actually created. Like you see here, like 9 infantry battalions. It's not really my template, right? 6 infantry, just some random stuff. I think we even have some cavalry here. That's right. So that's why they're so weak. But this is kind of what we had to do after we lost everything in Italy earlier on, right? The Marine template, let's check it out. Marines. That's pretty basic at this point. So I added the recon company to be quick. You know, they'll move around hastily and hit those kind of vital points. And then artillery, you know, because we're mainly going to be fighting, I think, infantry, that sort of stuff. Yeah, bots make bad templates. Should be at least 9 Marines, I think. Yeah, I mean, I'm thinking because the Marines are going to be going into tighter spaces, right? Like, for example, mountains. They don't have like the 9 width, right? They're a lot tighter, aren't they? So I was thinking, like, for that, I suppose we should have rangers for that. But so I could do this. Oh, looks like I have some paratroopers with the Marines as well. Let's switch that out. 2, 3, 4, 5. Marines. They do take rather heavy toll on resources though, making Marines. I don't know why I have a paratrooper here. This is really weird. That's strange. No, I can't. Okay, got reset. Okay. So this would be like the default width, right? I always use either Marines if fighting Japanese or Mountaineers if I don't fight the Japanese. Design change would put us over the special forces limits. You see, that's the thing as well, right? So I can't get to like a full size at this point, I think. The good thing with the Marines, though, is I have too many of them. So I'm going to try to drop the number a little bit and see if that's going to be enough. So I reckon I should switch out and just keep like a regular infantry with them as well. So like a few Marines and then the rest like regular infantry. You mean that I have many of them in the field? Yeah, that could be right. The thing with them, though, apparently they're really good at defending and attacking coastal areas, and we have a lot of them. So that's going to be good for us as England, I think. Anyways, checking back in on Spain. Still looking rather weak. There's a few cavalry here as well. But they're kind of useless, aren't they? So I'm thinking these this is like my fallback point, I believe.
Ready!
Which is probably why they're here. I'm guessing they go back to recover and then they go back into the front when they have kind of recovered a little bit. I mean, you could manually do things. Might be the way to do it. If watching you and me is anything to judge by, then manual is the way to go. One of the Special Forces branches allows you to raise the capacity of the Special Forces. So that's what I need then. That's kind of what's lacking at this point. Alright, so we have some available raids. Let's set one up here from Sussex. Stop building that up. Oh, that's really weak. I mean, I think we can stop building it up, and then as we get closer to launch, we'll send some aircraft to get a bit more air control. So while it's 35 now, I think by the time we go there, it should be a bit better.
Ready!
Let's see, at least USSR is breaching into Germany. That's true. That's going to help us. Hopefully, I mean, I think there's some mainly Italians down here. Let's have a look. Yeah, it's just Italy, isn't it? You can see some of Yanks fighting here as well, so they have arrived. Yeah, so I'm glad that, you know, Russia is keeping, or the USSR are keeping them busy on the East Front, hopefully. Because if we get the Germans here with their tanks as well, that's it. It's over. So we're quite pleased with this. Italy is very easy to beat. You land in Rome, and it's just a matter of time before they fall in civil war. Ah, okay. Sounds like we have an air raid incoming here. All right, but let's click some of these things. Starting with some research automation level. Australia. I'm guessing this happens automatically. Like once they reach freedom, they'll, you know, become free, right? You don't have to actually apply it, right? It's more like when you're trying to annex that you need to actually put points towards it. Because historically, after Italy, they capitulated after lost Italy. Yeah, they didn't last very long, did they? I think they were a bit in Northern Africa as well, right? During those, like with Rumble. Might be wrong. You know, I was just watching YouTube Shorts just now before I started. You know how it is, doom scrolling in the morning, the worst thing, but it happens. And I just realized, like the SAS show, this has released like a second season. So I'm gonna have to go check that out later. I really enjoyed the first one. So that was all about like the special kind of forces in, like the British forces in Italy, how they formed, and like how they paratrooped in and all that stuff. That was a really cool show. So I'm looking forward to that. I can see the bug remains. It stays strong. Look at this darn thing. I only have one mod, and that's to help kind of zooming in and zooming out. Apparently, it drops some of the 3D models as you're zooming in and out. So it seems to be helping the performance on my side, at least. I don't think that's it. See, so if I look at this, yeah, here it is. Yeah. So if I do try to upgrade one of these, this is where this shows up on every single thing, right? I'm thinking maybe I should send a bug report to them. It's a little bit annoying, not gonna lie. I'm not loving it. But let's train some interrogation anyways. I only run radio mod and state transfer tool to deal with border gore after peace deals. So radio mod, I'm guessing that's for music, and the state transfer tool just kind of automating some of these kind of peace deal things. I should put in the work, right? All right, let's build up some of these thingamajigs. To build some networks. I was working networks here. I was hoping that could help me with the Italian invasion in Spain, but we should probably put something towards Germany as well. Oops, that's the wrong thing. You know, don't play for a week or something and you're back at square one. It's like, how do I do this again? Okay, so I need to build an aqua strength. That's the first thing. I'm not looking to raid. I'm in the map mode for the agency. So why am I getting raid options rather than like agency options? So let's just select one guy. Oh, okay, so maybe it's this way. Okay, yeah, I get it. Yeah, so just spread them about a little bit, and we'll see what sort of missions pop up for us. We have so many. Might as well put into work. Let's see, it allows you to transfer states to other countries. Oh, like in EU5. You can actually go through diplomatic means there and actually move provinces to like other vassals and such. And that makes sense to have that in this game as well. It's weird that isn't part of the core game, right? All right, so how are we doing? Tactical bombers. This is okay for now. Sussex is about to get bombed. What are we looking at? I guess it's over with. Yeah, it's been dealt with by looks of it. Oh, here it is. Couldn't see it amongst all the other icons. 62.6. We can probably put something towards that. Right, so you can select the Bridge Theatre. We do have a lot of units actually on interception, so I'm surprised that it's at a 64% chance to intercept. This is a close air support, I think. Yes. All right, so let's move these here. A little bit closer. Right. We'll put them on air superiority. We have a few actually intercepting already, so I should do it really. All right, so a new national focus pick. Let's have a look at it. So I've been releasing a lot of our colonies to get manpower, but we are actually healthy on that now. So let's see what else we can do. Not doing any mine laying, so that's a mute point. And let's see, convoy escorts. We have been losing a lot of imports from the US, I know, at least from the U-boats, so this might help. We can't be stressed enough. Our convoys are our lifeblood. We must do everything in our power to protect them and to replace lost tonnage quickly. So production cost for the convoys. Let's get a bit of research. Oh, we have a fight going. Some U-boats being sneaky, trying to get in there. I wonder, could we might be able to sneak some troops in here if we do like a naval invasion in Bordeaux and we bring another kind of regiment behind them of actually trained troops. That could do the trick.
Attention! Ready to move!
Yeah, right? So let's see what we got there. Got Marines and all kinds of good stuff here.
Yes,
I think we have some more as well. 24, perfect. All right, so let's set up a plan for this. Finally, you have the UK mindset. Yes, colonize, colonize, colonize. Capture. Okay, so for that, we need to do a naval invasion, which... all right, not done too many of these yet. Naval invade, naval invade, naval invade. That's it. Step 1, click on the highlighted provinces to set the invasion source. All right, so this is where we're heading out for. So Portsmouth is good. Step 2 is going to be select the right-click on the desired coastal provinces to invade. Get as many Marines as possible. Yeah, it's not too many. It looks like 5 or 6, but it might be enough. All right, so maybe you can... All right, that seems fair enough. Is there a step 4 or 3? No. All right, so then I guess we just prepare for 50 days. No animations on D-Day? Nah, nothing special so far. We'll be adding more, animations such with time, but like for now, I'm good with what I got. All this kind of avatar walk takes a lot of time, so it's a progressive thing over, I think, several months. Getting it really, really good. Marine gets big bonuses for amphibious and river attacks. I'm guessing this amphibious attack next to the bay there. Check the naval control we have. That's the thing, right? Auto ratio 5.15. So I guess we should put some to patrol here, and maybe we can apply one of these navies to actually aid the invasion itself. Something a little bit heavier. Let's see. The home fleet is perfect for it, right? Naval invasion support. And then we can just... I'm guessing this is naval inflation. Operation Steel Moon. All right, do we just left-click it? Looks like we got a little icon here now, so I think it should be supporting. Whenever the naval invasion happens, they'll sail out with them, and that should be it. So these guys just have to hold out until then. You need naval presence first. Ah, that's right. I forgot about that. Are you enjoying my bugs? Look at this. Horrendous, isn't it? Yeah, so I guess we need to send some... I think we can send some cruisers and destroyers. I think that should be enough for this.
Ready!
So if you look at the naval again... I'm trying to learn these shortcuts, like on the keyboard. I think it's going to make it much faster to move around and select things. Like this one. Destroyers, recruit. Yeah, that should be good. And then we do patrol in the Bay of Biscay. We need to control here as well. I was pretty sure I had some here, but I guess we pulled them back because we're running so low on fuel, as you may recall. So that's why they're all kind of chilling back home. So we'll send this one out to patrol as well, but in the English Channel. Hopefully that'll be enough. We'll see. All right, no template for something for the armor support vehicle. Not using them right now, so that's not a biggie. Speed it up just a little bit more here. Oh, we got a big fight here. Oh, okay, so we need the main fleet. Look at that, 13 to 15. Agent captured. Ah, that's not the best thing, is it? I think our home force should be able to handle this. But the little kind of contingent we did send is not going to be enough. So let's actually change the orders. We'll take the home fleet and send them down there to just wipe them out, right? Instead of doing naval invasion support, we'll do patrol down in the Bay of Biscay. This will be pricey on fuel, but I think it's going to be worth it. First time I noticed these up here. But it's good to be able to check the other conflicts as well. I like that. All right. Let's use some of these points we have. We're being suggested to do the following. Exhort heroism, encourage frugality, and 119 more. Gosh. So I did see this one. It looked really funny, or fun, to invade Ireland. But like I said, I'm not going to do that. Just for the historical perspective of it. Let's see. I've just kind of been wasting more points on this just to put out something. And this should help with them and myself as well. Oh, as for the Suez Channel, we actually blew that up. Because it looked like we were losing everything here, and I figured better close them off. Keep them, constrained to the Mediterranean. Oh, they haven't yet. It's just an option, so I can activate as a government reform, can open up that possibility for us. All right, so we have some more free factories due to that deal we did. So what do we want? Check the logistics. That's not the logistics. This is the logistics. All right, so we're getting really high demands on infantry equipment now. Few agents captured. This is not good. We're going to do special missions just to get them out. Okay, well, let's just do some more infantry equipment then. Production. We'll go to the very top. I think that's where we have it. Used to anyways. Where is it? Maybe we're not making any. That might be why we're getting such a big minus. All right, let's add in the queue then. Infantry equipment, Sten MK2. And that should be... I'll keep that at the top if I can. All right, let's drag it all the way up. That should handle that for now. Let's check the research. Let's give our boys some help here. You know, with the invasion and everything, they're gonna need all the help they can get. Not using any of these though. Maintenance company, that's probably good. I think we have another slot as well, so let's check the infantry section here. Improved equipment, soft attack 5%. Exactly what we need. So let's throw that in there.
Ready!
All right, so how are we going on the preparation? I think it's F2. Yeah, that's it. Control 88.16 and 6%. But here they come. Where are you going? You're supposed to be going to the Bay of Biscay. They just took a U-turn. Like, nope, we're not doing any of that. We're going back up to Scapa Flow. I need you gents down here to take care of these fleets. Sigh. Can we send another one? Some unit that will listen to us, maybe? So we had destroyers, but they're not going to be good for this. 3 capital ships, right? So I need something heavy to deal with them. I think these are all destroyers, yeah. These are from the Yanks, by the way. They're helping out by sitting in port. Not using our fuel. What are they doing back here? What the heck, man? Go to the Bay of Biscay. What's wrong with you? Patrol, and then I'll select. All right. Click. I mean, I'm okay with them sinking this little fleet here, but they're supposed to be in Bay of Biscay. Do we have to do this manually? Just kind of manually send them down there like I would do with the troops? Or would the patrol thing do it? Maybe they've already assigned. I mean, that's true, but I did actually cancel their kind of assignments first, and then I reassigned. I believe I did anyways. But we can, we can try it again. I like this. Battleship focus. While the theories bicker about air supremacy or naval supremacy, no one wants the guns or a battleship pointing at their palace. Even if the carrier enthusiasts prove right in the end, battleships will still dominate the ocean for years to come. Let's do this. You can right-click on the trash bin so to delete the air. Yeah, let's do that. So get the home fleet. Make sure we delete everything in case there was something, behind. We'll send them. Their home base is the Scapa Flow, so we'll send them there first. I guess they're already there. Okay. And then we'll click the patrol button. And then it's left click, isn't it? Okay, so now we have the kind of icon here above them. So I'm assuming that means they should be heading down there. No assigned regions. I mean, to be fair, it's red, right? So maybe it's out of range, which is really strange for a ship like this. Okay, so let's try something. I'll send it down to Gloucestershire. Is right click? Okay. It is 100% right click because I got the sound notification there, right? Thank you, Lasagna. So we've been doing this. Yeah, I think this is for our submarines, which we don't really use too much. Peru is now our enemy. Well, they're far away. Let's not worry about that. That's fine. Okay, now this is what I'm actually quite interested in. I'd love to see this fight go down. Look at that. Carriers, 3 capital ships, or 5 capital ships, battle cruisers, like. This should be a good one. We have to find them first, though. Before we run out of fuel. Come on, gents. Hold on down south. You're doing good. So they keep dropping back. I'm guessing this is when their kind of organization drops too low. They'll go to the fallback line, rest a little bit, and then kind of rotate back in. Is that the way this works? Or are they just kind of enjoying the sunshine and avoiding the conflict? If that's the case, I'm not happy with them at all.
Move out!
Get in there. Make yourself useful. I want you to go joins the Axis. Did I read that right? Where's the faction thing? They wouldn't have. Portugal is in the Axis faction. Well, that's not going to make my job of keeping or holding Spain easier, is it? Though it's not like they have that many units, right? So we can probably send a small contingency just to deal with that. Oh, here's the Germans. I just spotted them. They're sneaking north. They stand by. Yeah, but when did they actually go in? Because, like, the order is to defend this border, right? So how does the AI decide who stands by, who actually fights, who falls back? Do they ever come back, or do they stand by forever? It's like if there's another troop that kind of starts falling back, say, from the front. Say this one goes back, right? Does one of these standby units then move up to take their place? Yeah, Portugal had a sort of alliance with the UK, because that's what I seem to recall. So I was kind of surprised seeing them actually join the Axis. I was like, hey, what's going on here? What's this madness? Let's check out the infantry again, shall we? Oh. The Humber. The parent of the Hummer. Let's upgrade the Marines, though, because they're going to be used very soon. Free civilian factories. Let's see. What do we need? It's what you signed on the front line or a fallback line last. I see. All right, so I'm thinking we might want some of these. This building probably stays with rubber. A few gain from refineries goes up, so we need a bit more of this. So we need better refinement, or more rather, because we are, you know, a naval combination, and we need a lot of that fuel. So let's do this for now. Yeah, you have to manually assign them to a line to change it. And so let's take all these scousers, all these kind of fleeing men here, and assignment mode. Peaceful mouth press. I'm pretty sure we had one. Let's see. Okay, I guess we added this region to hold the ports, yeah. Okay, never mind. So I just need to change the order. So let's do it. Yeah, don't guard coastline anymore, just guard the borders. Yeah, that should do it, right? So I see they're moving now. Okay. Yeah, each time I play, I learn something new. I get a little bit better each time. And that's something I like in a game. No quota decision. So we have the jet engine. We're going with the fighters. We're going to fight with those German ones. What they're called, ME-262. I think they entered the war towards the very end, right? Only had like, it was very few engagements, but they did engage at some points. Okay, but let's do this. Well, actually, one thing I could ask you guys, because you probably know, with these special research things, right? There's one particular one which I want to do, which requires 2 of these kind of landware factories. Now, I'm pretty certain I've already built 2 of them, right? But if I am to pick one of those things that requires 2 kind of land factories, does that mean I need to have like 2 available? That is, I can't have one already used by another scientist. Seeing as I only have 2, right? So I'd have to wait, either build a third one to keep this one busy and then have 2 available, or just wait it out with one of the researchers to make sure there's 2 available. So we captured a Italian. This is a good time to have a look at actually the agents, because we have some of them captured, I believe. So maybe we can get them out. Looks like your last year's model. What's the last year's model? Look at these. Yeah, sorry about Nightbot, by the way, Lasagna. I do see your message, though. Right. If they're not rescued within 180 days, they're killed. Oh, we need to get on this. Mastery unlocked as well. Sub-detection plus 15%. That's pretty good. Now, let's get our people back. So for that, we need to do a mission, right? Should be one of these. Operating, biting, capture, infiltrates, strengthen, steal, sabotage. Oh, it's true. It wasn't you. Yeah, it was a sensible post. More. Oh, okay. So that's probably. Yeah, it's not a bot then. Yeah. Hi. Maybe I have to kill Nightbot. It seems to be too aggressive, right? It's killing. It's taking everybody out. Okay, let me just turn off Nightbot for the time being. Not seen this guy in my life, nor have I. I mean, the end of the name, though, it does sound like a bot. Yeah, but let me turn it off anyways. Let me just pause it for 1 second here. And I'll turn off Nightbot for now. And you're gonna might see some artists flood the channel. That's what they do. It's just so annoying, right? They waste everybody's time, you know. They always come and say, hey, what's this game? Or like, love your style or love your vibe. And then, you know, some random messages. And then, hey, check out my channel. Like, check out my Discord. Check out my Instagram. Super annoying. If you're not going to be genuine, like, oh, yeah, so that guy's a bot anyways. So maybe, like, it's fine. Maybe I should leave an iPod on. What do you guys think? Wait, do you want me to turn off Nightbot for time being? See what happens? We'll experiment again. See if Siribot will do good enough job to keep out the starving artists. All right, so yeah, there we go. So that's off for now. Yeah, this has a massacre message. Yeah, it is really heavy-handed. So you can apply like a list of phrases and words. And I don't have massacre in there, but there must be like a pre-built list as well that's added on top then. Okay, so that's all for now. And that should be good. I've almost researched everything here. What do we do when we reach the end? Okay, expand the repair yards. That's probably going to be good, right? As 2 building slots and 2 naval dockyards. Though our navy is among the world's largest, we must also have the means to quickly repair our ships should they incur battle damage. Or incur battle damage. Income XQC rank. Yeah, guarantee. He's just watching for me to drop the Nightbots. Why would that be? I wouldn't even know what to do, man. Like, I'd probably just get flabbergasted. I'd probably try to ignore like all the hundreds of people and try to just kind of focus on the game, so don't lose the plot, right? Yeah, I've had a raid with I think the biggest one was something like 50 people, I think. And that was really fun because like a large number of them stuck around for a long time. So that was really enjoyable. Well, I think it's, something you just kind of get used to, right? And it's part of learning to stream and getting better streaming, just kind of knowing how to, handle all those curveballs. Tommy K collab? I don't know, man. I don't think I'm even on his radar. And that would also require like multiplayer rights. And that means I need to get a lot better at the game first. I think, anyways. And let's not call him, what do you call him, right? Because we try to be respectable and shallow. But yeah, I know it is, messing around. Okay, so let's save these chaps, or ladies, I should say. Okay, we get 135 days left, right? I actually want this guy back. He's good at safe cracking. How the heck do we do this again? Make resistant contacts, infiltration. All right, so we need to figure out how to actually send in somebody to save them. They might be on the map, though. I seem to recall seeing like some sort of cage sort of thing at some point on one of the icons. So maybe that's how we do it. Hey, yeah. So many things in the game and so many things to learn and figure out. Capture operating biting. What's this? Something unique. Operating biting. There is, yeah, just scroll. Okay, so I'm just being blind. Okay, I'll double check in just a moment then. Thank you. Okay, so it appears that the enemy is ahead of us in the development of the radar. We identified an enemy radar installation in a vulnerable location that we believe could be taken by sufficiently determined assaults. Oh, okay, that's kind of cool. It's risky, though. Let's send one, though. This guy. Yeah. You go and do it. Actually, I think we have a commando. This guy. We have one commando. Recruit, though. All right. Prepare. So, it's in the list, you say. Start at top. Operating, biting, capture, infiltrate army, navy, air force, strength, resistance, steel, blueprints, sabotage industry, infrastructure, resources, rescue. There it is. Okay. Watch me lose this agent as well as we try to rescue the operative. And I think we need to do this twice as well because we have 2 agents that have been captured. Okay, I guess we can only do it once at a time. Oh, fair enough. Imagine they both die. Yeah. I think they're low level though, so... Yeah, level 1. Level 1. I mean, I like the save cracker though, so I would like to keep them. And, she's tough as well, so she won't break under interrogation. And the linguist, I kind of like both of them. They're actually kind of good. Activation. Yeah, you reckon Commando's best for it? Yeah. Me too. I mean, it's in the name, isn't it? Like, if you're going to send in anybody to break somebody else, surely that would be a Commando. So we have that all set up now, so just gotta let it happen. cross our fingers and hope the best. All right. I checked engineering for a while. What's this? Okay, so we use the computer machines for bombers as well. All right, so I've been avoiding it because it seems to be pointing towards nuclear research, something which I'm not going to be using in this campaign. So this is good, right? 13 days. Okay. How are we on the naval control? 2. Oh, it's looking better now. Okay. So we might have just enough time to send the troops. How do we have 0 control here? We did send somebody in to take care of this. They seem to have just decided not to. Regimus Terror. Check that name out. That is pretty awesome, I think. All right, let's delete their orders. Right. I wonder if we could still kind of push it. I mean, let's try it, though. Yeah, insufficient naval dominance. This is bad. We need that oil to get them through. I do not want to push them like up here, because then we have to make our way through all of France or Italy now. I don't think we can do that. This needs to be like a quick and decisive action. Let's see, can we pull this off on this fuel reserve? So we'll have to use, we'll have to try it again just with some smaller fleets. All right, so let's cancel this. Never mind that. Let's find something small. The Channel Force, and we'll send them in the channel. And they still have their capital ships down there. Oh, so bad. Maybe encircle the troops in Spain. I tried that already. And the thing is, like, the troops I have in Spain, they're just not strong enough. Like, they're kind of irregulars from all around the world, from collapsed, like, countries. So they don't have, like, the, the support equipment and the full width kind of units like I have when I create my own units. So we're looking at like 40 to 50 attack strength versus maybe like 200 to 300 defense, right? So it's never going to happen. I tried that already, fortunately. So I need to get these south somehow. I mean, we could try to capture the channel, I guess we could go in at Brest or Nantes and try to do a spearhead attack south, since we don't have the fuel to hold both the channels. But it's risky. It is risky. Maybe try Max Mountaineer with artillery. Yes, I think that will work a lot better here. There's a lot of mountains here. So 116 convoys fleeing from two submarines. We didn't quite make out the country there. Looked a little bit Belgian first, but that wasn't it. It was close. You just delete their means? What? No. I did not. No way.
Listen up! Listen up! Listen up! Ready to move!
So this is like the Marine squadron, like the main one, I think. This one is the one which one invade with.
Listen up!
Response force.
Ready, sir!
Yeah, they responded. We had the new home guard, which we're now going to send south, which have quite a few Marines in them. You made me panic there a little bit, Sonia. Delete my Marines. It's like, what? No. Let's do a bit of mountaineering as well. A bit more research. Oh, it's good to do industry if we can. But yeah, I mean, change the mountaineer so you could create... Oh, yeah, you mean to delete the Marines to make them. I see what you mean. I could also create, like... we have Rangers, right? Which could be used at. Because they share the special force limits. Ah, yes. Yeah, but it's a bit of a double-edged sword, though. Like, if I do that, they won't be as good on the initial assaults. As, you know, they're landing from sea. So I'm thinking again, like, if I can get behind them. This is all, like, flat land and maybe hills by looks of it. So we can cut off their supplies. That's, like, the plan. And then stall them out a little bit, right? And then we can push north. Oh, sorry, south. That's like the idea anyways, right? So I don't think... I think Marines might be better, right? And also, I may want to use them back home as well afterwards.
Fall in!
Okay, but we actually have 2 units now. All right, so let's check out the control we have. Is it any better? 83%. Yeah, so we lost this one straight away. All right, we're going to have to go the long way by looks of it. Shoot. I know, it's rough. Don't know if we can pull this off. Okay, so now we have fuel for 5 years, just by standing down with the fleet for a little bit. So maybe we can try it again. Push them out for a month or 2. All right, so let's do the home fleet. We'll send them again. Patrol, right-click, Biscay. Watch this disappear in no time. But hopefully by then we can sneak them in. Look at that. Whoa, okay. Yeah, it looks like... Can we just put them in the Bay of Biscay, let them float? Like, turn off your engines? So, that's the only way we're going to do this. At least if you try using the home fleet. And I think we need them, you know, because you look at the number of enemies, right? And until I can dislodge this unit from the Bay of Biscay, I think we're not going to be able to push through. So we have 125 more days until we lose our agents. Keeping an eye on that. Resuiting factory. Yeah, let's get some more of these refineries. Clearly we need more. Alright, the raid's ready. 43% chance. Let's sit on it for a little bit. We'll try to get the invasion going by sea here first. If we can pull that off, then we can pull back the home fleet. We can preserve fuel. Then we can send airplanes or fighters to northern France. Re-establish air superiority there. Then we can send the fighters, like the bombers. That's my grand scheme, my plan. It has to work. I've been quite happy with them in Spain, though. They are holding off quite well, despite their lacking kind of equipment and training. I think it's mainly because they're in the mountains, and I don't know if like because there was a modifier for Spain, right? That kind of slows down the whole fight there. And so maybe that's at play. Right, so we got 34 units here. Oh, it's probably going to be too many. General William. That's only for the Civil War. Oh, okay, okay. Let's take some of these. We need what? Need to select 10 of these.
Ready!
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Look at me like a pro. There we go.
Yes, sir!
Alright, so how's the naval going here? Okay, so this is our window. Let's do this. We have to do this now. Activate. Alright, so let's hold there for a few more days, and we shall have our army in southern France trying to kind of lock away these Italians. Of course, we got the Portuguese now coming in from the west as well, as they turn to the Axis. The treacherous bastards.
Ready to move!
It's a little bit long. Here they come. The first ones are landing. I do see there's a bit of resistance in Bordeaux, though. It looks like the Germans may arrive, but I'm hoping we can do this all the same. Alright, so next one, what to research? Anti-submarine Vanguard. What's this? Can't do this. It needs to be as in 1944. I see. Might as well do this then. Alright. Spain hinges on this being successful, so let's hope this actually works out for us. For some reason or other that stopped. Maybe ran out of fuel again, halfway. Man, we are in dire straits. Maybe we can trade for some fuel. Like desperately so. Rubber. Wait, there's no fuel here? No oil? Okay. So let's import from the States. Just temporarily, right? Try to keep us going a little bit longer so we can actually do this. Alright, so 3 dockyards. Get a few more convoys here and basic heavy. I think there's a cruiser. Outdated. Let's update it then. Yeah, there's a basic cruiser. Town class NK3. Death toll in Bulgaria is high. Let's upgrade. Let's see. Alright, I'm heading out. It's gonna bring back. Alright. Catch you later, Lasagna. Thanks for dropping by. Always nice to see you. Enjoy your class. Alright, so that should update that one, and we just need to make sure we actually pick the new ship then. Here we go. Actually, I may have forgotten to apply the extra slots. No, I got it. Okay, never mind. It's all good.
Commands! Listen up!
Okay, so they're responding with strike aircraft and boots on the ground. Can we get enough of them in there in time, though? Entrenchments really high for this. Everything, all the DLCs. Hello, I'm confused. Should I buy all the Hotline DLCs or just subscription? I would say if you're just starting out, get the sub for a month, see what you like, and then you can start picking them up in like Steam sales. Like for me, for example, I had like a few until the Steam sale this summer, and I spent like $100 on. I think it was like 10 DLCs I picked up in a big batch. So, for trying out the game, you should definitely go for like the subscribing. You get access to everything, and you see which DLCs you like. There are some more fundamental ones which kind of give you game mechanics as such, which are well worth the money, and others which are, well, because you have like the expansion packs and the national focus ones, right? Yeah, Mr. Vox, here's the pro. Well, I'm trying to be right. So I tried to do my research. But anyway, and then you have the national focus DLCs, which do more like focus countries. So giving you focus trees and things related to that. But that's not going to change like how the rest of the game works, right? So first and foremost, expansion packs, which change like the mechanics. Like, for example, you can get the spy agency and things like that, like ship designers, tank designers. These are all positive expansions. But like I said, it's only like $7 a month or something like that, and you get everything right. And you got to figure out you like the game as well, right? So it's a big investment to just jump straight into it. Anyways, that will be my idea of doing it. Top Nakam 0. I hope that helps. And Lasani here is also really good at this. He's a very experienced player, so he can probably give you more specifics if you need it. But then again, he's running out, so you gotta ask him quick if you want to, if you have to. All right, let's get some of these troops here. So this invasion is not looking good. It looks like they have too many forces. Oh, look, they're all coming here. It really looks like we're going to lose Spain here. It's not looking great, is it? What do we do? That's the thing, right? What do we do at this point? All right, so we have a bit of political power. Might as well try to put something through here. What's this? Local agent recruitment. Well, we have loads of agents as it is. I don't think I'll be wanting any more right away. Foreign influence. The countries we have taken under our protection deserve only the best and most equitable governance. Destabilizing influences from aiding ideology must be curtailed. Yeah, let's do that. We'll tell them all about democracy and our ways of doing things. Let's see. I don't think we have problems with any of these, like facet more communism, so I don't think we'll be spending points on this. Yeah, we can accept some Italian refugees. It will make some other people unhappy, though. -5 stability, but it's at 78. We're good, so we can bring them in. Helps with the research speed. Get some diesel power pumps. All right, another naval fight. Let's see. Germans are still sinking a few of our convoys here. It looks like our naval invasion did not go through successfully. They just have too many troops on the ground, which were, hitting in the woods and in the streets of Bordeaux. So I'm not sure what we're going to do with Spain at this point. I mean, we could send here then, I suppose, to like Corunu or something. We'll have to save up a little bit of fuel before trying that again, though. Let's check it. So we are controlling the English Channel, but I think Bay of Biscay is probably still controlled pretty well. All right, in that case, let's set up a new invasion, and we'll send them right to Iberia in that case. Take up a little bit of research just before we do, though. This for the bombers, and I think... No, we have all the slots filled up at this point. Very good. Send out a few bombers here to Paris. See how she goes. Boom. 40 planes lost. 10 experience, 10% experience. Pretty good results though. 15% damage to the experimental facility. Super heavy howitzer. We don't want those on the field, do we? 5% loss to progress. Nice. That's what I like to hear. Well done, boys. All right, so let's set up the next innovation. Let's go back to the land force. This one here, we need some marines. Pause it just 1 second. You can get a new trait. So you can pick something that can help with invading here in Spain. Guerrilla fighter. Oh, yes, okay. Entrenchment speed, so they can move in quickly, set up, and help us straight away. That's good. We'll do this. All right. So I need to get him to a naval base to begin with. Let's go back to Portsmouth. I like that base. I've actually been there, so it does feel familiar to send it to Portsmouth. So that's kind of fun for me. All right. Let them all gather. All right, I think they're all more or less down there, so let's try this again. All right. While we have control and the fuel holds out, we'll, call Bay of Biscay and the English Channel, and then we can actually send them to Spain safely. And I think it might just make the difference, though, getting them, to friendly areas first so they can establish themselves a little bit. The idea with our invasion here was actually that flew all over the place, was to get to Bordeaux and to close the gap here, and thereby starve out the Italian forces in northern Spain. But unfortunately, as you saw, that didn't quite go according to plan. So we're trying a different approach. Now, we also have some agents which are in a bit of trouble here. 30 days until we lose them. All right, so the mission has been prepared. Let's send them off. Fingers crossed we get them back safely. There we go. Right, so we've been building up a few intelligence networks as well. Yeah, so we're ready to send in the troops. Can work on some of these ciphers perhaps, and that will get us access to, easier missions and those sort of things. It gives us like a buff, basically. So that's actually Spain. Yeah, I've never seen this version of the Spanish flag. It must be like the democratic part of it before they join together at some point, forming the current Spanish flag with the red and yellow. All right, so we have this guy here. So let's do something here. Yeah, so just having him here should help us with gathering information about the troops, right? And I believe it gives us a modifier when fighting.
Ready.
Okay, so here they are. Should we tackle... It might actually be worth taking out these Portuguese. I mean, they're holding the lines by the looks of it. So let's do that. Let's see if we can take out the Portuguese aggressors from our back. And that's like flat areas, some forests, very few mountains. So I think that's going to be easier for us. All right, let's check it out. Create a fallback line by the coast so we can pull back out. And then, let's see. Let me check this real quick. Election, wartime exception, United Kingdom is state of war. Normally an election would be held at this time, but being in the midst of an important conflict, many argue that we cannot afford to spend time on political campaigning or change of leadership, if that should come about. Meanwhile, others claim that declaring the ongoing war of valid reasons to keep elections is the first step towards eroding British democracy. I mean, either will go fine. This increased communism and fascism, though, so that's not great. We don't need the political power, and we don't really need stability either. So I think we'll just do this. Okay, yeah, so let's see. Let's define the front line here. Make a pretty big one. I think you can confuse where you should like left click and drag or right click and drag as you do, right? Right click and drag the mouse on one of the borders. Yeah, like this. Okay. And then we can define the. It almost looks like it didn't do it. Maybe, yeah, okay. We actually set up 3 times. Okay. I think I got it now.
Ready.
Go back to them here again. Yeah, we just need this once. There we go. All right. Now we can assign them to this. There we go. And then we could do the borders, basically. Let's see. And that's going to be the offensive line. I see this river here, so maybe it should be coming in from the south. Yeah, so let's pull all these into this here. Something like this. Looks like it could work. Okay. So they're not going to set up, basically, and get positioned. We'll give them some time to kind of plan, and when they're ready, we'll send them in. Right, so we have a mutually exclusive choice here. Let's see, flexible lines or streamline lines. Production efficiency cap or... Wait, protects your retention. As a well-oiled machine as the assembly line can be, it is still manned by humans, which allows for adaptation when needed. We should make use of this in our industrial production, mutually exclusive for this. What is this one? Standardization. We go with the first one, I think. So waiting for 1944 for this one here. Let's see if there's anything else we like in this list here. We do have some things that could go through in Scandinavia, possibly. No, they've all fallen at this point, so that's a new point. We can release some of these states in Asia, though, and that would give some more manpower, which I don't really need, but, you know, better research something, right? Yeah, we really don't have any tanks at all to mention, so I don't know if we're going to go down that route at all, if it's worth it. Okay, so we should probably do something interesting in the UK now. We've been doing a lot of building up the synthetic refineries, but let's build another one of these experimental factories or two. Reinforced grids, conversion. Throw a few more dockyard, I suppose. The main problem is like raw materials. You know, it's not so much access to factories, but the raw materials to build the ships. All right, a bit more AA or anti-air, just to make their lives a little bit more difficult. Okay, so how are we doing here?
Ready to move.
Where do we see this again? There's a place where you should be able to see how far it is into preparing, I think. This speeds it up. Also use this a little bit. Oh, wait, I did the wrong thing, I think. Yeah, I did pick the wrong one. That's okay. But they are all assigned at this point. I don't know. You're supposed to be see somewhere like, you know, when you put a troop or like an army division into attacking a region, right? They go in, you place them on the front, and they take time to plan and prepare. And it's somewhere, like, I can't remember where you see it. I think it's a hub or something, or I mean, it's not really obvious here either. Would have been nice to see it somewhere. Like the defensive bonus, but where do we see the like planning bonus? Because that's the one I'm looking for right now. That's the one I need right now. Anyways, they're attacking, so that's that. But ideally, you want to build that up to the max, and because that can make a pretty big difference for you. Proximity fuse, that's for naval engineering. With improved and more reliable radio technology, we can develop new kinds of fuses that would explode by just being in the proximity of a target and damaging it. So we need 2 naval engineer factories for that. Super heavy howitzer. This is the one I was trying to do earlier. So we need 2 land warfare factories. We have 2 available, but you know, one of them has been used by Nancy Ellenby, and Nancy Murphy needs it right now. So I don't think we can do anything in research right now. So I actually need a naval one as well. So let me just add that to the production queue here in construction. Let's check that out. Not naval base, but naval engineering facility. Pop that there. Let's bring that up to the top as well. Okay, remove this. I think that should be enough for now. I think that should do it, just about. All right, let's check it out. How are we doing in Portugal? Oh, here it is. Estimated plan value, minus 10%. The plan is considered to be risky. Divisions still preparing. To activate the execution of the entire plan, left click and then click on decide order to toggle execution. Control click to toggle execution of all assigned divisions and armies. So like, when are they preparing? Because this should mean they're going in, which I don't want them to do right now. I want them to plan. Oh, I still haven't quite figured out how to do that properly, consistently. I've done it once, I think. But I'm clearly, it looks like I'm doing something wrong there. Gotta do it just right for it to actually work. Okay, we can start on a cruiser submarine. That could work. Research slots. Yeah, you're not going to ignore the tanks. We're not going to do tanks. We're going to do anti-tank weaponry, though, like gun platforms, etc. Yeah, I think we're gonna handle this one. All right, it looks like the mission was successful. We managed to bring all our agents back. And look at how many we have. It's a bunch right there. Right, so free dockyards.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, let's get our agents to work doing something somewhere. Let's see, Operation Biting. This one's risky, though. It's in preparation, that's right. Infiltrate army, that might be good at this point. Let's get a couple agents on it. Mr. Percy and Natalia. We prepare this. What's this? Capture a cipher. Also good to have one available. All right. The culture and religious differences are extreme across the Indian subcontinent. Already, there are antagonizing stations between various groupings with different loyalties. I think you could release them. This gives us, give them full sovereignty. Just get rid of it. They'll handle it. We'll do our own thing. All right, so we are preparing all these special secret missions, and when they're ready, we'll send out the agents. Right, so how things looking in Spain? We're still holding against the Italians. How's the Portuguese situation?
Ready, sir.
You know, I'm reaching the point I'll probably start just doing manual micromanaging. Because they're not really doing what I want them to do. They're just spreading across the whole border. Yeah, let's try to do this manually.
Ready.
Right, get them back up north. Position one on the front.
Ready to move. Ready, sir. Ready to move.
So it looks like we have river here, so let's try to get across from the north rather. I think that's going to be a better position. So let's move up here.
Ready, sir.
Yeah, we'll give them some time to relocate. You know, they're traveling quite far. So until then, let's see what else is happening up here. Can probably send another army south soon. Super heavy cruiser. Finally, it's not the strong network. This should keep the Germans out. An extensive defensive system of massive bunkers and strongly fortified positions, designed to repel enemy advances and secure key strategic areas.
Orders.
Luckily, you have some screening happening in the North Sea as well. So not really getting a lot of losses despite the U-boats trying their very best.
Attention!
Yeah, so let's try this.
Listen up!
Unit cannot enter province. Why can they not enter the province? We are at war, as far as I know. So they're part of the Axis, which means they are our enemy. The Philippines has capitulated. That's not great.
Ready to move!
All right, maybe you need a fallback point or anything, some things like that before we can do it. So let's set the default things up. Let's see, front line, offensive back, fallback line. All right.
Move out!
Whoops, didn't mean to do that. Okay, fallback line, place it on the shore, not in the sea. Very good. And we'll then do a offensive line. Or front line, rather. I just want that to be here to north. That's all. We can get a... Guess we can do a spearhead this way into the ports. All right, so let's leave this for a moment, see what they do, see what the AI decides to do with all this. Because I don't think, like, everything should be happening by itself, I think, until I press the activate button. Like, the planning should happen before that. And it's not until I'm happy with the planning that I should be executing the plan to spearhead into Portugal. Though maybe... Yeah, there's one thing missing, right? Division assignments. Okay. So maybe that's it, right? So now they get in position and we wait for a few days, maybe a week. And by then, hopefully the plan should come together and we can actually push forward.
Ready! Commands!
So here we go. We're actually getting some details now. So planning value is 25%. Inferior enemy, large river crossing. I mean, it shouldn't be, unless you're planning to... I guess there is here at this point, right? Fair enough. And, okay, the division still preparing, so we wait for that to finish. And some positions are not in position, so we wait for that as well. I mean, I suppose this is an okay place to keep this information, you know, popping up before you press the green arrow to execute.
Ready!
But I would also like to see it somewhere here on the army screen, right? So you can quickly switch between armies. But then again, I suppose you could do it here, right? It's okay. I just gotta get used to where it is at, I suppose.
Ready! Listen up!
Alright, so let's get this guy here. Let's call this the Portuguese offense. So we know what it is.
Listen up! Let them have
And
it!
this one we can rename to Spanish. defense.
Yes, sir.
So now we have another unit that could potentially move in. Let's see what it is. This one's pretty good though. It has like a balanced setup, even if they aren't from myself. So I can move 2 more units.
Listen up.
We give it a couple of Marines.
Ready.
So take these here, move them back to this army.
Listen up.
And which is now currently home guard, but we're going to send them in to do something. What's he good at? He's a ranger. He's learning it. Independence movements in the Dominion of India gather strength. Yeah, we have to turn this fight around. This is just no good in Spain. So let's send them down as well. Let's see, a second Spanish support. All right, so we'll set up we'll bring it down to Portsmouth as well.
Move out.
It's really cool though. I'm starting to do a lot more things at once now. I wouldn't be able to do this a while back, so it's really fun to see how I'm starting to get a little bit more kind of proficient and comfortable with the game. But it takes a lot of time. I think I'm at around 80 hours at this point. There's still a lot of things I keep doing wrong and things I need to figure out. But like the general kind of comfort level with the game and actually be able to do some things, it's getting better. 44. We have so many troops. Yeah, we can start doing a lot of things. Can we just split them in half?
Ready.
Now in EU5, we can just split them in half. Select half of the divisions, yes. There we go. Okay, much better. So we almost have 2 more divisions we can start sending in. Right. We still have control of the sea here. Not 80%. We have 90. We can send them. Send in the boys. Yeah, we don't need to invade. We can just send them right to the port, seeing as this is a friendly one. So that should work.
Ready.
So for the next 4 units, we'll split them between these 2, and we'll have a second one. I think we'll keep one behind, simply to defend the British Isles. The other one will push forward and move to some sort of offensive front. Landing craft, this is going to be good for us. Should have researched this earlier. Let's see. Dedicated innovation craft to make landings in hostile territories slightly less of a headache. Innovation defense plus 15%. Division capacity per naval invasion plus 4. Okay, that's probably what Pavlok is talking about. So the Marines will play into that, so they'll kind of boost up that size limit, I think. Select the target state for this. Let's see, we are doing what exactly? See what it says. So that's sabotage resources. Focus local resistance on targeting resource extraction and increase the chance of a successful attack. So we could do like a multi-pronged operation on that, I suppose. Select the targets. Right. So we send on most of our agents now. We have 2 behind just to defend or protect our intelligence, basically. Very strong on network leadership approach. As the project advances, Nancy Allaby, the lead scientist, must decide how involved she will be in the day-to-day operations. She can choose to oversee construction directly on the field, ensuring precise execution, or remain in the office, focusing on strategy and planning.
Guards!
All right. So the second Spanish port, I suppose we could do. We'll send them to Portugal as well.
Attention!
Just seeing as how well they're doing at the moment. There we go. It's ready. Let's send them in.
Listen up!
So now we kick off in Portugal, and we're going to send in the second unit as well. So let's start by setting up the orders for this one here.
Ready to move!
Yeah, so let's spearhead a little bit further south with this particular one. We can just do like a regular offensive log. We don't need to be too aggressive on that. No. We need to come in from the east. So let's clear that order. Assign the front line just down here. We don't want to be crossing the river, basically. Okay. And then we assign them to this position. All right, then we'll apply the I guess this is fine. Yeah, okay. So we send it down there, let them plan, and then execute soon.
All in! Ready, sir!
Oh, goodness. Face palm. Oh, my goodness. I meant to do this with the second Spanish support group.
Yes,
Not the
sir!
one that already had their perfect orders that they were executing. Oh, I feel like such a muppet right now.
Listen up!
Oh, well. Let's do it again, I suppose. What else is there, right? And let's another front line. So this one will apply just to these zones.
Yes, sir!
Okay, so I think everything's kind of planned out now, and it should hopefully go according to plan when I activate it.
Ready, sir!
All right, so we have a few more units.
Ready!
Good, so we have another ready division, and this one, that's it.
Yes, sir!
All right, so this will be the home defense one. I reckon we should be all right with this one, with 83% chance to hold them back. That's all we need. Well, let's look at the infrastructure. I think there might be a few areas that need a bit more of that. So let's get the British Isles all kitted out. Start there. It's pretty big in Spain, isn't it? Look at this. It's just like a big blob of red and blue and green. I am rather happy that the German Reich is busy invading the Soviet Union at this point. The last time I checked, it was actually the USSR that was pushing into Germany, but they seem to have their blitzkrieg going on with probably a lot of tanks. Just judging by the speed of the invasion here. Well, you know, they're busy there. We can handle Spain in the interim, so that's good. Raiding protocol. Extra fuel tanks or what? 200mm battery on the submarines. I think we'll go with range, so extra fuel. So how are we looking here? How's the plan coming along? Okay. So the units are still preparing, so we're gonna have to wait for that to finish. Shouldn't be more than a few more days, I think. At which point we can probably send them in to invade. We'll always do with a bit more convoys. They keep getting sunk a little bit. It looks like the states are in the running to take over the faction. I mean, I think that'll be okay, even if they do. I don't mind it too much. All right, let's check out the national focus. Oh, no. An agent was captured. It's an end of an era, but an ending of our choosing. Sell governors for Africa and Asia. 100,000 manpower. Let's do that.
Listen up! Guns!
Right, so we should probably send these in as well. Let's give them a general. Defense. We don't have any tanks, so basically panzer leaders useless to me. I want somebody a bit more aggressive though. This one could be good though. Harsh leader. Attack 1. Yeah, let's pick Mr. Oliver Leeds. We'll call it the Spanish final blow. Let's make sure we have control of the Bay of Biscay and the channel. Still looking good. We can probably decrease the import of fuel at this point. Oh yes, we need to send them to a port. To my favorite here, and let's send them to Portsmouth.
Move out! Ready! All in!
Surely they're about to be ready here. Let's see. Okay, that looks good. Plan is considered risky, but it is ready. Same with the other one. Let's execute. In we go. Good luck, chaps. Make us proud. noticing this airfield here that we should take, well, not really that much more, I suppose. Okay, they lost a few, so we can actually send maybe some CAS airplanes down there. Might be good. Just give them a little bit of, that extra push to get them through. Might need a few fighters as well. Looks like they have air superiority, so that's going to make it hard for our CAS airplanes to do their job. Let's see if we have some fighters that we can just send that are standing by, like in Jordan. Do we have another airport though? Okay, we have the one in Madrid. Let's use this one. So we'll just wait for them to arrive and then we can start giving them orders. Yeah, it kind of looks like we need that. Despite the best laid plans, maybe the airplanes will be the lynching ticket that makes the difference. Alright, so I have these here. Let's give them a air superiority command. All of them. Okay. Actually, it might be right click. Yeah, I keep left clicking for some reason. But I'm sure I kind of grow out of that habit eventually as I keep playing more. Alright, so then we have... Still waiting for them to arrive. I'll send them to Madrid as well. That way I keep them all in one place, and they should be covered with the airplanes. Right, a bit more research. Let's improve this. And what else do we have? Malaysia has fallen. Took them a while though, so that's good. They held on for a long time. Well done. So many units fighting here. It's a tough landscape though, there's a lot of mountains and hills, so that does make defense a lot stronger. I mean, it's working in my favor as far as the Italian offense from north is. But it's making some of these areas a bit more tricky here, particularly these two regions here. But a lot of this is flatland though. Of course, Spain is dying, but look at how much I'm throwing at the lasagna. Look at this. And I'm even kind of incorporating the Air Force at this point. I'm just waiting for them to arrive. Okay, we get the CAS. Let's... I went to class just to go home after I got there. Was it cancelled or something? Or did you just kind of look and say, you know, You know this stuff too well. You don't even need to show off for class. Just go home, man. You're good. This one is Spanish defense. Yeah, we'll give them some accounts as well. Yeah, they said they need a method to defend Spain or something. This is true. Oh, no. Okay, okay. No, we're still okay. Man, such a mess. But look at these defense numbers, though. They're insanely high. How are we supposed to capture it? 1,000 defense? I just don't see how we're going to be able to do it, even if you have, like, close air support. Oi, oi, oi. I think it's probably, the problem might be there with, we just need more fighters, basically. Yeah, that's what he complains about. Yeah, that'll supply. Yeah, that's a good point. I should do it right. William Slim has been wounded and taken to the rear after recover. He will perform below his usual standards. I'm guessing it's a general.
Come on, move out!
There he is, William Slim. Well, good on him. He gave him the Victoria Cross or whatever they are in Britain. And also Purple Heart in the US, but I can't recall what it is in the UK. Wounded. Interesting. Let's send some more of these fighters to the south. I think that's what we're going to need. Might not be doing anything, actually. Closest ports in the Portuguese offense. So yeah, so they are attached, so this should be doing stuff. What you need to push in single player is high soft attack divisions, green air with close air support, and division with good template, generally mountaineers for terrain debuff negotiations. Or negation, not negotiation. You can't negotiate with a mountain. So we had the where are they? Let's see. Marines, right? All right, so let's just let's duplicate it and let's call these mountaineers. Yes. Okay. Maybe the rangers, right? But anyways, I want to set up mountaineering groups. So instead of marines, we want where are they? I'm pretty sure it's research. It's gotta be researched by now. Let's go check it out. Infantry. Mountain infantry. So if I were to set up recruits. No. Yeah, that's right. How do I make these mountaineers? Or like spam infantry battalions in a single division is good too. Yeah, just throw enough manpower onto it, and eventually they just collapse. Yeah, I can see how that could work. Wait, so like a 50 with division with supply? That's a lot of units. Okay, maybe I need to change it here. Mountain division. All right. And then what? Let's see. It's like a noob-friendly build. Yeah, I'm a noob. I'm still sub 100. Or am I? I'm actually pushing close to the 100 hours, I think. We're getting there. I'm kind of curious now. Oh, I beat it. I gained a victory point. Playtime 100.3 hours. Well done. So I can't call myself noob anymore, but I would say at this point I've leveled up to being green. All right, but so if I were to try to create like a mountain division here, I got all these marines, which I don't want. Just get rid of all this stuff. Okay. Having to micromanage the UK is really hard though, so good job. Thank you. Yeah, I'm certainly getting more... I wouldn't say I'm good at the game, but I'm getting more comfortable with it. And like, I mean, dealing with this situation here in Spain, there's no way I could have done this like even just 30 hours ago. So we're getting somewhere. I feel I'm actually starting to get a little bit better at this game. A combat support battalion and artillery. We're trying something here. Where you say the limit of special forces is really limited, so I suppose I need to be... I can't make too many marines and mountaineers, that sort of thing. I just entirely ignore Navy when I play. Just build naval bombers. That's one way to do it. Yeah, whatever works, right? I just like big ships, like big steel behemoths with massive guns. So I enjoy the whole aspect of it. Or bring out these big kind of battleships. And yeah, so maybe meta will be stronger, just a torpedo bomb. But it's more fun this way. For me, at least. Let him cook. All right, so we got what do you do with all this stuff? You know, like all this experience. I have nowhere to put this. Besides, like creating like the all new templates and slight upgrade. Is it default? Stars, elites. Okay. So this is 12 in width. Okay. So one more. This is it. This is the unit that will crack everything. Probably a terrible design. Make it so the combo width is 35, so add one more. A 45. It's a little bit too wide. That's only 20. I mean, I'm guessing 45 is okay too, right? No, wait. Yeah, that's 22. Wait. What am I doing here? Because mountain style is 75, so you can fit 2 times 35 with divisions there. I thought this was the width, like the width of the column. So this group goes in, fights, then they get replaced by this one in the next wave, etc., etc. I thought that was the way it worked. But I'm only getting like 24 in width, and I'm fitting out the whole width of it, right? But I'm guessing like different units have different widths to them. So like a base infantry might be wider than the mountaineers per se. So yeah, that's it, isn't it? Mountaineers 2, artillery is 3. And let's see, infantry is what? Not seeing it. So it remains the same though. No, I'm not seeing it. I think you scared him away. You could add some more. Maybe I like field hospitals just to keep them alive. So hit points plus 10%. No, less than a little bit longer. They are more specials as well. We're not going to be looking to dig in, so we don't need engineering. Signal company, though, helps with breakthrough, which is kind of what we need. There was a second, 5th-second ad. Yeah, so I've actually put the ads to be minimal ads. So there should be like a 10 or 15-second thing every like half an hour or so, I think. But it doesn't do like pre-ads, like it's the default setup. And that's like, it's supposed to be like 15 seconds per half an hour, I think, at the minimum. But the default has 30 seconds per hour, I think, and it has a pre-ad as you enter the stream as well, which I think is a little bit much, particularly for me just starting out, right? Yeah, you can do that, totally. Let's see. So I'm thinking maybe field hospital or signal company. I'm going to go with signal company because we're going to be aggressive, and a hospital too, keep them alive. Mars, run them ads, please. It's just me. There's no mod. It's just me. Page 6. Let's do regular infantry here. Yeah, I don't think it works. I have ad blockers myself, but I think Twitch ads tend to come up. And welcome in, by the way, Sergeant Lecter. I'm doing well. Though Spain isn't doing great. We are trying to turn that around, though. Okay, so 26 with... I think that's about as much I can do, right? Oh, let's do this thing. Let's save the Mountaineer Division, and I start putting some of them in production. And we're out of Special Forces camp. All right, so we have to lose some of our Marines before we can do this. No, Lasagna, he isn't. The best blocker on Twitch. A sub. This is so true, Lecter. Spot on. Good man. All right, so let's see. Okay, so some of the offenses in Spain seem to be turning around finally. And I think it's because of us bringing in the Air Force into it. So we still don't have air dominance. It is still looking a bit better, though. It's a bit back and forth. Okay, we need to have a bit more support here, I think. The Sergeant Actor says, I have about 50 hours in this game, and man, it is hard. Yeah, you tell me. I just breached 100 hours just now. I think 100 hours, 0.3. And I'm still struggling, right? I feel much better about it than at 50 hours. But there's still making mistakes, you know, and I forget how to do things. But, like, look at this. This is, like, the most complicated theater I've ever managed in this game. You just got to keep playing. Whether I win this or not, I don't know. But at 50 hours, this would have fallen apart entirely. So, yeah, it's just keep playing. Ask Mr. Vox for tips. He's a pro esports housewife player playing for Cloud9. Yeah, very true, Lasagna. I wish, right? Tried with a friend yesterday to play Germany, and we got screwed over by the USSR. I mean, Germany, I haven't tried that yet. I mean, it's one of the biggest countries to play, of course. But there's just so much, right? You have to handle so many things. I suppose Britain isn't much easier with that, right? We have Navy, we have Air Force, we have this mess right there. And yeah, then we have like intelligence agencies as well. So it's just massive, but it's fun, right? But you can see like Germany has really pushed far east. They're almost reaching Moscow. They're almost all the way. Would you look at that? Should we worry? It's so hard for new to play. You need everything attacked on every front. That's it, right? In every direction. At least here I can pull back onto the island for a little bit if I get overwhelmed. We did lose France to Italy. But that also collapsed because like France capitulated while I had my troops on the front line. So the Germans got access to the rail network, so they surrounded my troops, and they never made it to shore to escape from Le Havre to Portsmouth. It was a disaster. And it happened so quick as well. But it was really exciting as a result. I really struck with managing attack while maintaining defense. Yeah, I tried to, like I said, if you want a pro player, Lesanier is the man for it. Though I'm getting better, right? So I tried to set up a defense for one army and then another one maybe for offense, like a spear attack, or you can micromanage it as well. But it's hard. Yeah, it's tough. And particularly if you're playing something like, say, like Germany, where you have all these different fronts. My fronts are Portugal and holding back the Italians. And then I'm sitting back here in case the Germans arrive. Right? Let's see. Italy always does well when you're not allies. But as soon as you do, they get screwed by France. You know, I'll tell you what, though. I've tried Italy 3 times. Failed every single time. So, yeah, I can relate. I don't know why USA isn't in Europe yet. They are actually here, but just like in very low numbers. Here, you have like a US truck. A mechanized division. Not a lot of them. Yeah, I'm working on that as well, listen. That's like my plan. I'm trying to hold back Italy. We have a lot of kind of... we're dug in quite well. And we have machine gun nests on these designs. So that should help hold them back for now. So I'm actually trying to breach into Portugal. That's my main goal. So if they fall, we can then move everything to the northeast front. That's the idea anyways. Asking for docking rights. Military access, non-aggression pacts. Yeah, let's get all this. I think it's shift-click. That way. All right, so we have a little bit more research. So have you tried any other countries, Sergeant Lecter, than Germany? The recon company, I like the idea of this. One thing I haven't learned is encircling the enemy rather than trying to push the whole front. Seems to be the meta. Yes, it is. So if you can manage to circle them, you'll cut off their supplies, and you can basically stall them out that way. And that happens relatively quickly. And then, of course, you can attack from all directions, which gives you modifiers in your favor. So I actually tried this with the offensive here twice. So I tried to do a spear attack with one army going this way, but they still held out. And then I tried to come in with a naval invasion to Bordeaux and move south. But then the Germans met me at port, so that went nowhere either. Okay, so let's see. I want to bring a bit more Air Force in here if I can. So let's have a look at the British theater. So these are all in play. Let's check out the fighters. You'd have a few of them that are free, I think. North Liberia, standing by South England. So these are protecting the islands, the British Isles. So I'm looking for something that is free currently. These are bombers we use, and so standing by. Okay, 100 more. Let's move into Madrid. Yeah, South America is quite fun. I haven't tried that yet. That sounds kind of cool. I tried South America in Victoria 4, however. That was interesting. Very different game, of course. Let's see. Yeah, and you can capture equipment too. Oh. Yeah, the supply ports, right? Or points. What I didn't know is the amount of hotkeys for attacking. I haven't used any of them. I think just control left shift has been my thing for assigning divisions to a front line. But that's as far as I've gone so far, as far as hotkeys for attacking are. I'm just on to use like the F keys this morning to actually switch between the different kind of map modes. And let's see, shift right click is the most common used for right, so you can micro your divisions. One tip for encircling: if you select the full attacking force, you can hold shift to queue up the attacking order. That's for signing. It gets super confusing. Like, I keep mixing up left and right click, and then you have shift click and then control click with the left and right mouse button, right? It's really easy to get confused. But I think for players that have like hundreds of hours and thousands, it becomes like basically a motor skill at that point, right? You just kind of do it. All right, so this unit's in here, so let's add air superiority as well. We're slowly trying to capture like this guys here, so we can use our cast properly. I'm just thinking out loud. Don't take my advice. Fair enough. No, I appreciate you, being vocal in chats. That's why I play games on stream, is to meet people with like interest, right, and share our different strategies and ideas about the game. Like I said, I only have about twice your hours. I'm at around just across 100 hours. So I'm not an expert. I'm still figuring this out. I'm sure you've seen and figured some things out. I'm still kind of not seen, right? So. Don't worry, Mr. Vox is like the top paid House of My4 player right now. Yeah, this is true. Yeah. Like Paradox, I mean, they call me every week, like, hey, can you promote for us, please? Can we give you more money to play the game? Just please keep playing our game. We love it. Oh, well, sweet dreams, right? Proximity fuse. I think we already have this. No. So you can make a fleet submarine now. A long-range submarine capable of acting as a fleet escort, but without the flaws inherent in the design of the previous cruise submarines. Sure, we'll stop that. He mocks Tommy K and Dankus. I mean, I play more games than this, right? And Tommy K, how many years has he been streaming Hearthstone for? Yeah, but I really like the game though, and the more I play it, the more I enjoy it. So far played Italy, Japan, and Britain. But like something like Brazil could be really interesting as well, like you mentioned, Soviet. And I think China could be fun too. Man, the focus trees confuse me. You and me both, Elector. It's not easy, and you just gotta kind of get in there and click away. But one thing I've kind of found is that they seem to have some sort of a structure to them, generally. So if you check this focus tree, right? So the first thing, like, and I've watched other people stream the game as well. So what I've noticed is that, like, whenever there's a new focus tree, they'll actually sit down for a little bit and just kind of look through it, kind of get like a general idea what it does. And there seems to be a bit of organization to it. So one part is like usually political, and another part has to be like infrastructure or armaments. And that kind of breaks it down a little bit. So like each one of these things, so this is like a political thing, you know, a kind of general kind of line of, do we want to hold on to the, defending locally, or do you want to use like Scandinavia to help us, for example? And this one is all about our colonies. It's basically releasing our colonies. And so just kind of keep going down that line and getting more manpower, basically. So at the start, we had two different ones. So it was this one, to revisit the colonial policy, and another one which was about holding on to the colonies, right? So as soon as you pick one of the top three ones, it will kind of slim down the focus tree a little bit for you. But then you just kind of, go down there and pick stuff out. It's mainly when I see like a mutually exclusive one, that's when I kind of have to stop and go like, okay, what's going to be our general idea about how we want to play the game? And those are the scary ones for me, right? But yeah, you just gotta get in there. And then when you have everything researched, that's when you want to look at the continuous focuses. These are basically just like passive buffs, I suppose. So that's kind of the general kind of sense I've gotten of the tree so far from my limited experience, right? Let's see, he's a dad now, so he's washed out. We could definitely mog him. Yeah, he's just got a second kid, didn't he? Congrats to him. Let's see, you played the USA, turned them communist, took all of South America and Japan. Wow, that's actually quite impressive. Oh, sounds like we have an air raid incoming. Uh-oh. And this one is not well defended, so Italy is planning to raid. Okay, maybe... I think because we pulled a few fighters away, right? So we don't have the same defense we had before. I think in the middle, a few more AAs up here. What do we have? Close air support. Do we have anything? Fighter wings. Okay, I'm going to move this one to support up here instead. There we go. That should help the also defending at least. Let's see. Don't play China if you're going historical. Oh, so they're not very well represented historically. Oh, then again, they did lose horribly against... China was... Oh, sorry, Japan was rather... quite a few atrocities towards China back then, right? Yeah, so that's not going to go well. I'm just scared because I saw the German focus tree. Yeah. Do you have the DLC for it as well? What's it called? The thing that gives you the mouse and all that stuff, right? So they redid the focus tree with that one. And I don't know if it's easier or more complicated. I mean, I have it. So I guess I could look at Germany, right? Should be able to see the focus tree. There it is, yeah. Yeah, so this is with the expansion, the DLC. Yeah, that's crazy. That's a lot of different things. Damn. This is why I haven't tried Germany, right? This one's like half the size. Oh, okay, yeah. So I haven't tried it with the without the DLC, but this is like the expansion that adds Germany and redoes it a bit. But this tree looks like massive. It's much bigger than the British tree to begin with. So kudos to you if you pulled it off. You see, in the focus tree, there's also a branch for politics, navy, air, and army. Yeah, that's it, isn't it? So there is an organizational thing, and the trees tend to be laid out in a similar fashion, like the politics has to be in the same place within each tree, sort of thing. Does that make sense? So yeah, you can usually get like an idea if you played a few countries where to look in the tree for certain things, right? Generally, we just focus on the economy first, unless you need to pick politics for certain events. That makes sense. Build up the infrastructure. Yeah, the German tree needed the politics tree early due to taking back certain countries. Ah, okay. Green air. Oh, okay. So maybe I managed to get control. Let's have a look. Still red here, though. Is the baby scale that's green? It's green over England, though, which is good. We should at least have control in our own air force, right? I don't know. I have 4 DLC. Can't remember which ones at the top of my head. Yeah, there's a lot of them. I just picked up 10 myself during the sale for about like $100 or something like that. So, like all the mechanic expansion ones, basically, and a few graphic ones, and I think a focus tree or so. I'll pick up the countries like focus trees later on, like the focus packs. But I'm very happy having all the mechanics in the game now, so that's really helpful and adds a lot of depth. And like going back to, because I used to play just vanilla without any DLCs, that was just, looking back at that now, it just feels so plain and uninteresting compared to now with all these DLCs. So it really makes a huge difference. Yeah, you would get steamroll, but you could uncheck the historical. We should better so ahistorical, right? Yeah, that one. Yeah, it's crazy. I'm not playing German again for a bit. It's too much. Yeah, take a bit of break, my friend. I think that's the way. Like, I see a lot of people variate. So they take on a big country like one of the major nations, like, Germany, France, Britain, etc. And in between, they play like a small nation or like a Balkan nation or something. Just get a bit of break because this is so much, right? This, especially as a new player, it's like information overload. I wonder if there's a list of countries that are good for beginners to learn. I'm sure there's. Lasagna can probably tell you. I was under the impression when I started playing the game that Italy was the way to go for that. But apparently, that has changed drastically. So the advice I got by reading forums online were just wrong. So don't stop with it. Do not stop with Italy. Probably something a bit more localized, right? Right, another special project. Intercontinental bomber. A mothership aircraft. Is that refueling? A massive aircraft that carries fighters. Let's see. It carries fighter planes into battle. That's some wild stuff right there. Let's do go for the jet engine. And maybe use the best since it has a vast amount of resources and it's in between two oceans. That's what I think as well. Like, I can imagine it's probably a complicated country because like you had the Pacific Theater and like South America in this case. That's for Sergeant Lecter there, and probably a lot of things to manage as well. But it is at least located in such a way that you're not going to be swarmed from all directions, like if you play a European country. Italy was good before the micro events. Yeah, that's it, isn't it? Can I confirm? USA is a good starting for a big country because you get a lot of free time. That's it. Yeah, you get time to build up the infrastructure. Don't have to worry too much. You just kind of join the war when you're in the mood, right? You don't get thrown into it straight away. Get free time to get used to everything, and you're not in immediate danger. Yeah, that's it. Anything in Europe is difficult, I think, due to the World War II events. Yeah, maybe I should try the US for next playthrough. Either like or a small country. I might need a break after this one too, right? Because I mean, look at this. It's just like, what am I looking at on the screen? Some mad stuff. Austria with DC is good too for roleplay if you're establishing a monarchy. Yeah. I don't have the Austria though. Yeah. I thought I was reading as Australia. That's one DLC I didn't pick up. That's all I'm playing the Navy, playing the USA. Yeah. I'm big on Navy stuff. Really. Just big steel ships and submarines and airplanes excite me. So that's why I like playing nations that have access to that kind of stuff. Yeah, focus on 24 good divisions, Mr. Vox, so you won't get overwhelmed. Yeah.
Orders!
I mean, I have a number of these, right?
Orders!
And let's see, yeah. I'm distracting myself. Because, man, it's really hard. That's so true, Lecter. So true. I try my best not to get overwhelmed. But, like, I'm starting to get, like, a somewhat of a kind of overhead view or sense of what's going on at these points. Something which I didn't have, like, with less hours, right? So once I reach, like, 200 hours of play, I think I'll be pretty competent. And that would reflect similar to, like, because I play Europa Universalis 5 as well. And I'm up to, like, 400 something else there. And I'm starting to do stuff there, right? And the same there, it took about 150 to 200 hours to get really comfortable with all the mechanics. At which point you start actually being a bit more strategic and actually planning things and things happening the way you plan them, right? Oh, you're slagging me off, Lasagna. Mr. Vox can't even find their navy. I can now. Can too, kind of. The constant screening and the 4-to-1 ratio of destroys the big ships. Yeah, there's a really good video they released from Paradox. I think it came out just here in January as an hour-long video where they explain how the naval mechanics work. So if you haven't already, if you don't feel fully comfortable yet with the Navy, I would recommend checking that out. It's really good. I may actually rewatch it eventually. All right. I'm sure I was doing something here. I'm distracting myself.
Keep your distance! Ready to move!
Well, yeah, I am chatting. And that's kind of the part of the stream I enjoy the most, talking with people who visit my stream. So the game, for me, is like almost extra, right? All right, so we have this one here, and we are calling this one, yes, Spanish Final Blow. We were meaning to send them south, so let's do that as well. So we sent them to Portsmouth, so they're now in a coastal town, and we can send them to the Spanish front. Seeing as we actually still, hopefully, we have good control of the Bay of Biscay and the English Channel. We can still do this. I just aim to get ocean supremacy. Yeah, that's a good goal. I mean, if you have that, especially if you're, doing intercontinental things, then you have a lot of control of the map, right? And from my understanding, you can actually do a lot with submarines as well. So if you can sink all the convoys and all the ships trying coming with troops, you can really lock down a region. So that's, why naval supremacy is really good. Yeah, Mr. Rock says an EU5 five-time world champion too. I am everything, Lasagna. Yeah, but that game's old, right? It's been out for at least like was it 9 months at this point? All I know is look out for the red sectors in the map on the water and avoid them. That's true. That's where they have naval superiority. So do not want to be sending troops or troop transports through that. That's probably going to end up badly for you. And things are quite busy on the front here in Spain. Now I'm just waiting, like we're doing this thing, right? This is our main fronts right now. But what would happen if Germany were actually to start invading Britain at the same time? Now that would be a real mess for us. So we're hoping that doesn't happen, obviously. So we're waiting for them to arrive here. This will be our, I think, a third or fourth army with the 24th Division we're sending to this front. It's been a very tough one to conquer. Yeah, I'll build subs and set them all to destroy convoys and have a fleet of surface ships set as a strike force. Yeah, that sounds like a good strategy, Sergeant Lecter. Pro tip, put your ships on always engaged. Let's see. Yeah, I guess I'll find out when I look for it when I need it next time, right? Always engage. I'll try to remember that. I put mine to engage at low risk. I guess, yeah, so you can do like a tweak, whether low, mid, or tough encounters. That's interesting. I've not seen that yet. All right, so we get something popping over non-aggression pact, Sierra Leone, and the Maldives, and call to arms from the US, yes. We'll do this. Under the X. There's so many little menu items on there in these games. It's like... And then sub-menus upon sub-menus. I guess like EU5 is even worse with this. But yeah, this is the paradox experience. And the selects all. Oh, here. Okay. Select aggressiveness. Oh, okay. So this is new to me. Like I said, I'm still learning. All right. So thanks for that pointer. Nice. Medium risk, high risk. Interesting. Yeah, so they don't just go blindly attack everything that's out of sea. That's probably a really good thing. When's the 24-hour hostile force stream, Mr. Vox? Is right now. Just kidding. There's just no way. I've been up since like 2 o'clock this morning, so probably not. Red and green little ships. Yeah, this one, right? And what's this other? Select repair priority and automatic split off. Yeah, so they automatically split off to go get repaired, right, if you have that on. Nice. Let's go. All right, so we should now have the third army in here. Let's see. So these guys, the Spanish final blow. This has got to be it, right? So let's look at the supply map first and foremost. Let's see, so green is good, right? And blue is bad, or blue is super good, and then green and yellow and red. Supply remaining is 7.1. 11 points. 10 points. At least there's some supply, right? It's not red, so I know red is bad, and yellow isn't great either. So there's that, right? Let's see, yeah, split up should always be on. Oh yeah, so they always kind of just head back. Okay, that's a good idea. Because some will wait for the ships to engage, which could, yeah, that's it. They go to port and then just kind of hang out there until it's fixed. And this could take weeks, depending on your supply and situation. Always check the little cog that makes them use the nearest base. All right, I'll check that in just a moment. I'm gonna give this new army some orders to begin with. Let's have a look at the fronts. What do we want to do? Actually looking kind of good here. What's happening? Why are they losing now? What has changed? It's possible that the Italians pulled back some of the troops. Maybe they're preparing to invade Britain, which wouldn't be great. Mr. Vox, why is stream only 1080 source? My Wi-Fi is bad. Big sad. You should be able to switch down since it became affiliates. I think it gives you the option to switch to like 480 or 720. So have a look at it. Check. It should be possible. I think I was able to when I was testing it on my other computer at some point. Palestine has capitulated. Oh no. Let's see. When you have your infantry division selected, I always check the supply prior to clicking the horse on the top. Not the defense horse, but like this horse. Motorized priority. Motorization prior to trucks from the stock, but the provides army with necessary supplies. Oh, okay, so you can prioritize the army as well. Oh, interesting. Yeah, because I figured out the whole thing with supply that you could like click the trucks here to expand it, like extend it further from that point. But I'd forgotten entirely you could do this with the military as well. You could it before, but not now. That's strange. I've not changed anything. I mean, I'm multi-streaming onto YouTube, but that shouldn't make a difference for Twitch. You know, they get their own individual stream at 30 frames at 1024. Yeah, but like blue is okay, right? It's not too bad. My understanding that when you do it for the army rather than the supply depot, it does it for the supply depots around the army. That would make sense, yeah. So as you move through the supply depots, they prioritize shipments to that army over other ones. Like, so maybe more active armies, like we should go to the front, those sort of things is where you would want to put it, right? Yeah, that makes sense to me at least. Non-aggression pact with the Republic of Kenya. Sure, wasn't really planning to invade Kenya anyway, so that's fine. I'm okay with this. Don't mind. Yeah, okay, so let's give them the front on Portugal. Where do we need the help the most? They're holding on for their dear life. Okay, so they have 17 units. They're pulling all the defense in the north. So we should be able to push through in the middle, just kind of break them in half. All right, so we'll apply a new fallback. Oh, can I have like the same fallback line and front kind of command for different divisions or different armies? Or do we need to do it? Do you need to have individual command for each army, or can you kind of reuse certain plans for other ones? Because then I could just do like do this after the unit size. No, it will be disbanded. Okay, so we will try to join the Portuguese offense. So we'll end up with 48 units. So 24 more units out of the cap of that commander. So that's going to be a big no for us. We're going to do individual order, I think. Let's see. At the moment, you just let the AI figure out the attacking. For the most part, yes. I have sometimes grown like frustrated with them not doing what I'm hoping that to do and taking over manually. But I think like in general, good balance of army, good planning, and large scale strategy is probably going to win over. But then maybe you want to go in with particular kind of armies and micromanage like the movements. I know some streamers and people play are really heavy on the micromanagement. So you see them move every single army. And with that, I think in some cases you can overcome really difficult situations. So I think both are probably valid. But I'm sure Lasani can give you a better informed kind of opinion on that, as he's more experienced than I am. Mr. Brox would never battle plan attacks. No, would never. All right, so let me set the fallback line to begin with. This is probably we want to use the shortcuts you're talking about, like so we got C, X. Yeah, that would make it much faster because I'm like, like a paranoid grandparent with like a remote control to a TV at this point. I'm just very slowly manually clicking these things. I should be using shortcuts, clearly. Okay. Defense. Yeah, so this also throws me also like, why isn't the fallback line here the first thing you set? Because that's also the first thing you have to set. So you should have a fallback line over there, then you should have the front line, the next button, and then offensive lines, right? But it's grouped with the defense, which kind of confuses me a little bit. All right, so we'll set a new fallback line here as well. This one's good. Any good armor template would drastically change your gameplay. Probably. I mean, we are working on that, right? So we created that new Mountaineer prospect, but we have too many specialized Marines currently to use it, right? I think the best is having a dedicated defense and then microing the attack units. Yeah, that makes sense. So similar to what we were talking to before, right? You have one army that handles defense, and then you have an attack unit with heavy attacks, which you can micro. I think that's a pretty fun way probably to do it. S also splits your force. So only half of them move to attack order. That's very interesting. Yeah, because that would kind of... because I often run into problems with, supply running out. So maybe that would help a lot with that, kind of breaking that down a little bit. So less troops on the ground in the province means less supply needed, right? And then you rotate them back out as they get weakened, I think. All right, so we get this. Let's assign the front line. I still want to do this one. That's right there. And let's do a spearhead attack. So we can get behind them. So I want to get right there, behind them. And then we finally assign them.
Ready, sir!
It's becoming a bit of a mess, isn't it? It's like a kid that's like just learned to use the crayons the first time. I'm trying to assign them to the right order so I don't have to spam them. There we go. Okay. So they should now be moving in, hopefully. That's what I'm pausing. There we go. Beautiful. So they stay in division, but they don't move. All right, so let's see which one is the... I'm looking for S. Which one is S here? Execute battle plans, and this one... This one. Select half of the current divisions. Oh, yeah, nice, yeah. Yeah, there's so many really interesting things about the game, and like the depth of strategy you can apply, and particularly when you start mastering like building divisions and planning them and bring all the forces together, this is amazing. I think this game is just brilliant for what it does, right? Wait, you could actually capture Portugal? Good try, right? Sorry, I don't want to overwhelm you with random stuff. No, I'm happy to hear it. I'll probably retain about like 90, 80, 90% of it, so it's all good. And I can always like pause, press space in between, right? Non-aggression pact with Malta sounds like a plan to me. Mr. Vox is just acting. He's a 2-time MMA world champion. That's well. I do everything, man. I do. I have 3 of them available. Last time I checked, I think we were kind of low on military equipment, like infantry equipment, but that's not the case anymore. So now we need sea fighters and tactical bombers. I still think I should be building more airplanes, like anti-air. But we have run into supply problems with that, like aluminium, and that's going to be like the bottleneck for us there. Let's pause. There's a few things that are kind of piled up here, which I should probably give a bit of attention to and handle. All right, so in that case, Halifax is my bomber, I think. Let's get a few more Hawker Hurricanes. Let's check if we can actually upgrade it. Maybe a Spitfire. Oh, I want some Spitfires too. I'm going to do a second production line for that. We need to make those historical airplanes. Okay, so let's do a Supermarine Spitfire. Maybe we can upgrade as well. Let's give it a few more guns. Guns is always good. Let's see. Just spit out cats and the fighters. Yeah, exactly. Because like the main weakness I have currently on the Spanish front is that I don't have air superiority. So I'm going to try to make more fighters. But I've been running into problems with alloys to create airplanes, right? So it's been slowing down production quite a bit. But we'll see if we can solve that. He also saved my kids from a fire yesterday. Yeah. As you do, man. I didn't have anything on, so I figured I might as well, right? The air superiority is like 40% penalty. Sorry for my spelling. No, spelling's good. I know all too well how hard it is to get something spelled out properly on a... speaking is much easier than typing things out. And I have no idea how big your screen is. Like, going from this screen, from typing on my laptop, straight away, a lot more errors. And if you're on a phone or an iPad or anything like that, I just expect half of the letters to be incorrect, like mixed up, right? As you do. All right, so let's check this out, shall we? A bit more fighter weapons. Cannons. Oh, tasty. All right. That's more of a Hurricane. I think the Hurricane had, was it 2 cannons? And then 4 20mm MGs on either wing. It's been a while since I played a lot of kind of flight sims and stuff, and military sims through the years. So that's where I retained most of that knowledge from. 2 jet engines? Oh, that's going to be something else than a Spitfire then, right? But this is good for now. And what else do we get? Electronics, defense turrets, bomb sizer. Yeah, that's awful bombing, isn't it? So we don't need that for the Spitfire. What's the last one? Yeah, it's the same, isn't it? Yeah, start bombing. Yeah, so we ignore this. We just want the guns and the cannons. Oh, this has 2 cannons. Oh, we have lots of cannons then. Okay. All right, so agility is kind of weak here. So let's switch back to fighter weapons and light machine guns. Because this one's, is for recapturing the air, right? So we don't need... heavy fire is going to be different for different things like. But this is good. Supermarine, Spitfire. Okay. Love myself on Spitfires. I'll just throw that in there. So that'll keep them busy. Okay, let's see. When designing a look at the stats, I thought was best was 3x4 machine guns and engine 3. Heavy machine guns are best and the most efficient, my box. Okay. I mean, I had like one cannon and 2 of the tier 2 machine guns, and the engine itself, I think that was the best one, right? Let me look at it again. Yeah, I didn't upgrade the engine. What a muppet. Yeah, we want the 2 engines. Yeah, that's going to be for the heavies, right? The bombers. Okay, so let's do this. Right. Yeah, thanks for pointing that out, because I missed it. Like, many things to consider, many things to click, right? Non-aggression placarded Zambia. Yes, please. All right, so let's get something more to help the men on the ground. What's this? Boys, anti-tank rifle. It's an anti-tank rifle for the boys. Heart attack PS. How about this Sterling? 1942. Let's do this first. Oh, we have another slot, so we might as well get the other one then. What's happening with my stream? Just have a little quick check here. Yeah. Okay. It's right for me. Okay, good to know. Yeah, I just heard the music starting to kind of glitch out a little bit. I thought, like, what's happening? Is the computer freezing up, or am I dropping frames, or what's happening, right? So I thought I'd had a little look in OBS and stuff, but it's all sorted now. All right, so we have a second one, so let's get this one as well. And even the third slots. Look at that night vision. We're getting advanced now, ladies and gents. Being able to see the enemy without being seen is the key to night operations. Yes. I just love that it's called the Humber, right? Vox getting the dogs. Yeah, being dogs, right? Yeah, so it's like, you know, I like to call this is the great-grandfather of the Hummer, the British Humber. So we're going to get that, obviously, because Hummers are pretty awesome. Okay, I have way too much political power. Let's try to apply that to somewhere, shall we? All these governments in exile will give them some support. Okay. At least I used some of it. Operation Catapult, what's that? The French fleet has fallen into the hands of Vichy France, and we cannot allow them for it to fall into German hands, no matter how sickening. We must demand the immediate surrender of our former allies' navy under threat of bombardment. What does this do? Guess the event British demands. France is currently ruled by a fascist country. True, is Italy, isn't it? So let's do Operation Catapults. Let's see. Is there any penalty in most areas when attacking winter and spring, or does it just apply to snowy areas and muddy areas? That's a good question, actually. I mean, I've ran into it in mountains and hills and such, so I would imagine it could also apply, though maybe in to a lesser degree, at flat terrain in the fields. Yes, the doctrines are applied. Let's see. I keep forgetting how to get to them. Let's see, right? So you have all these set up, right? So this just comes through experience. And so like I was mentioning to Lasagna earlier, I have problems spending all my points at this stage. Like I have maxed out experience for Army, Navy, and Air. No idea where to put it. Get the odd designs so you push through, but that's about it, right? So we're just sitting on treasury of points that we don't know what to do with. Because when facing Russia winter and spring was rough. I would imagine so. And, you know, the tanks would get stuck in the mud and all that stuff, right? Especially if you're being historically accurate. Make sure you update your templates as you unlock more stuff. That's a good point, actually. But there's so many things to consider. When do you find the time? Oh, look at that. It's working. We are managing to spearhead. Are we in? Looks like the Italian fighter to me right there. Well, I'm seeing a few Brits. Some hurricanes here. Mr. Vox got it under control. Oh my god, it's worse than when I left. No! Oh look, it's actually much, much better. Look at this. We are actually... Okay, Portugal did join the Axis, and we are now kind of kicking them back as a result. Holy supply weapon. Supply's good. We're fine. Oh, so here is where we want to apply that additional boost, right? So I'm just pausing for 1 second.
Ready!
We'll do this. Motorized priority, and the same with the second one on this front. There we go. So that should sort it out. Your men are eating their boots. Oh no, they need their boots. It's rugged terrain. Right, new national focus to pick out. It's not really much left, is there? Non-content committee. Mine laying. We're not going to be doing any mine laying, but sure. One more time, Mr. Vox. One more time. Not gonna lie, all the pushing when you haven't chance of pushing just drains your supply. Yeah, you reckon it would be better just micromanaging the individual troops rather than using like an order and letting the AI do it? The supply isn't too bad, and I mean this should be filled out. Though we should probably have been pushing along the railway. That would help with this, wouldn't it? So going this way. But then we would have to face like fighting with the river, right? So that's why I'm going here. Definitely micromanage because you just lose guns and manpower this way. Okay.
Ready to move! Attention! Ready to move! Listen up! Move out!
Let's do like the pros. We'll try to micromanage. Fix them. Oh, did you manage to get the stream at a different kind of resolution then? I'll just sit in defense line and let AI attack me. Having them drain their manpower and guns. Yeah, that's one way to do it. The thing is though, I'm trying to have Portugal capitulate. And as soon as they can, then we can push to the northeast and apply all our armies to really break through here and start actually bring the war front back to Italy and Germany. Historically accurate Churchill. Yeah, this is exactly the way it happened. Don't you guys remember? Right. So we got the Brennan carrier. What else do we want? We have no armor, so I'm starting to feel bad about that. I mean, the Brits didn't have too much, but they had the what's the one called again? You're supposed to know this. Just blanking out. I'm gonna blame it on being up since like 2 o'clock this morning. Sure, they can do this. Non-aggression pact, another one of these. Yeah, states is still sitting at 18, so it's not happening straight away, but I think they might take over the war effort eventually, unless we do some major gains, right? Yeah, Mr. Watts is bored. It's 1945 now, and the Americans are joining. Yeah, it's about time. But like I said, I've seen the odd units from the States here. Yeah, one, two, three mechanized units. So they are helping out. But I mean, we're not really seeing D-Day or anything like that at this point. Okay, so we have all the civilian factories, and let's set this up, and then after that, let's go back and have a look at some of the templates, like Sergeant was suggesting, and we'll see if we can update them, right? Now, what are we kind of running low on? We'll do some land forts, though. So we didn't have any in London. That's madness. Okay, we need one in Norwich, one in Bristol, obviously. Portsmouth being used all the time. I suppose Dover as well. Okay, that's good for now. All right. I mean, it's looking glorious, right? It's all according to plan, kind of. Build a 50 with mountaineering unit. Missed what? And just micro. Yeah, that could be a way, right? All Space Marine Division is a thing, like I see people talk about all the time. Yeah, we're gonna bring down Warhammer 40k raiding up on this place. Exterminators will take care of everything here. Sorted. I wonder how many Axis troops they could manage, like a division of Space Marines. So this one's 18 width, right? That's just the regular one. Space Marines adding one tank so that your division gets armor. Mostly banned on multiplayer. Oh, I thought you were just messing around. It's like, because the only Space Marines I know of are from Warhammer. And I've not seen them in the game yet. Maybe it's a special DLC, like a mod. Yeah, so it's a bit like a hack then. So I don't know. I don't know if I should apply it then, because then if I would start playing multiplayer games, maybe I should be getting used to playing without the Space Marine hack. Who's gonna ban me here? True, nobody. It's my channel, so we could go Space Marine. Heck, let's do it. I mean, just because, like, it's Space Marine. It's gonna be done. We just have light tanks, though, which is kind of weak, right? I don't know. Nightbot might ban you. This is true. They are very aggressive. You never know. Might actually reach out to the streamer as well and just get banned, right? Yeah, I should probably turn it off entirely, right? I did turn off the Nightbot's chat moderation, so hopefully that will make things a little bit better. But like I said, if I start getting a lot of these kind of artists dropping again, trying to sell me contract work, then I'll have to turn it back on, right? I prefer leave it off if I could. All right, yeah. What else? Right, so we can actually get some. I want to decrease the speed on doing these infantry divisions. I think it's a bit much. I'm not sure I need that many, to be honest. It's infantry, yeah. Marines. Okay, this should be slowed down. This is way too many. Yeah, cancel the production line. Nightbug took my dog away. No, I'm sorry, man. There was a switch for it there. I thought it would be safer to keep it on, but apparently it's really not helped. Do you have an attack in infantry division? Not specialized. Like it's a very kind of wide build kind of division. Let's see.
Fall in! Ready to move!
Yeah, I'm just kind of micro a little bit here.
Move out!
We really want to capture this. And for these, let's do the... Okay, I guess I can't do that. Yeah, I was thinking I could do the force attack one to really get him through, right? Yeah, Mr. Box is a one-man army. This is very true, Lasagna. Nightbot trying to ban a bot instead of dealing helpful view messages. Challenge. Impossible. Good point. That is a good point. It's so aggressive, isn't it? I just love these graphics, seeing these kind of air fights taking place over here. I created one for defending and another for with more artillery and support groups, and so you have more soft attacks for breakthrough. That's probably a good idea, actually, Lecter. So the way it is currently set up, I have this one infantry division, which has a bit of everything, right, as you can see, and now has a space marine. But but it's obviously not going to be the best way. You want to do defensive one, and then other ones for really heavy kind of assaults and such. So that would be a sensible, wouldn't it, to kind of make a separate one? Might actually do that now. Come to think of it. So let's duplicate this one. Let's call this one Angry Division. Like, the Angry Division, right? Let's see, I duplicated and named it differently and changed the icons so you can see them on the field. That's a good idea, change the icon too, right? Space Marines. There we go, let's do this. So I'm going to switch the other one back and let's see if we can tweak a little bit more so it's just defense, right? Like the new ones coming out. And, okay, let's pause it just for a moment here. Change the icon, Mr. Vox. Yes, sir. All right, so this one, yeah, so let's ignore the anti, let's do more of the artillery if you can. I guess you can only have one of each type, though, in this, and you would instead be adding it down here. So the current one we have has the heavy machine guns, because I was building a lot for defense at that point. So when I designed this new division, we had just lost our home defense front, an army in France, right? So we were on the back foot in England, awaiting an invasion from Germany, right? So we went all defense. But now we can change that, right? We can make it aggressive. So maybe soft stuff, right? Infantry guns. Last defense as well. The idea division, I'm not sure, but maybe Britannica can help with that. Yeah, I imagine he could. But let me have a look, just see what these things do, right? And it depends on where you are. Like when I'm fighting Italy and especially Portugal, I don't think I'll be needing an anti-tank battery. But if we are in a position where we have to fight the Germans, then we would need a lot of these, right? So anti-air, hopefully you can take care of that with our Spitfires, so we don't have to worry about that. Okay, that's defense, that's breakthrough 2.8. So we're looking for the highest breakthrough, basically. Motorized heavy weapons company. Really high on defense as well, though. 5.8. Well, this one has the highest, but it's probably most expensive production as well. With the tank is add more A and watch the soft attack. Let's see. With the tank is add more artillery, I suppose, and watch the soft attack go up. Yeah. Like this. Sorry, I after the message. No, that's perfectly fine. I'm used to it. Like I said, I'm talking, you're typing. It's two very different things, right? Not to mention if you have something doing autocorrect for you, that's the disaster right there. So add like 3 or 4. I'm missing something here. How did I do it here? Composite board battalions, artillery. Okay, there seem to be some sort of rules about what can go into which kind of column. Just like here, like it doesn't seem like I can add the artillery, but maybe it goes down like this, right? So design is like you have to have units of the same type maybe in the same column, right? So these are like subdivisions maybe. Plus under the artillery group. This line battalion slot is locked. Unlocks from one of the following doctrines: mobile warfare, superior firepower, grand battle plan, and mass assault. You did it. Gold star. Oh yeah. All right, so this one is with 31. What do you guys think? Should we try to make it wider? Add a bit more infantry, maybe? That's 33 still. 35. Lasagna, you were talking about 35, right? That being like the ideal width, more or less. Add the engineer and for the terrain bus. Used to have the engineers here. Okay, yeah, I'm just being blind. Engineer company. Let's see, add a couple of more support groups, logistics, and radio maybe. Yeah, radio's good for breakthrough, isn't it? Oopie-doopie-doo. Okay. I think this is where kind of lack of sleep or kind of getting up way too early. It started to kind of hit me a little bit. I was like, I'm doing this. I just did it. When I'm blanking out, like, how did I do it? Just a moment ago. So pull column on the right. Yeah, exactly right. I mean, I knew if I just keep clicking around it long enough, eventually I'll find it again. But yeah, so signal company breakthrough 5%, right? And initiative 10%. This is really good for offense. So I'm just curious about the recons. That's mainly defense though, but movement speed. Mr. Vox actually designing a division. Aren't you proud, Lasagna? You see me grow from a total noob into now being a green player in Autobahn 4, and how I've grown. You must be so proud. Because you've helped me a lot along the way, to be fair. Lasagna has been here from the very start, and it's been extremely helpful. Do you have engineers? I think I had them. Engineer company right there. I actually read that as like, do you have engineers? Space engineers? Because we were talking about like, space marines, right? So I'm like, my mind's partially there now. So the only thing I think maybe I should add like a logistics company, if you have to kind of break through, push in, and supply is often a problem then, right? Actually, watching a tadpole grow into Prague. Or why, thank you, Lasagna. So what do you guys think? I'm thinking either field hospital, decrease the damage you're taking. Breakthrough is actually +5 on this. Same here though. Experience loss is less, so less loss and more hit points, or less supply use. I'm thinking about one of these two, right? Yeah, I'm gonna go with supply use. I'm gonna, because there's special angry vision, and they're gonna be going in aggressively, and so they need to be able to operate by themselves. Maybe I should fill out the. No, then they're too wide. Okay, let's remove this. Okay, so now we just need to put him in production. Yeah, because I was thinking about that, right? So we have the. I was thinking about going one of two ways, Lasagna. So the hospital helps for like holding XP, as in like less losses, right? So you could role play that in. We lose less men, so we lose less knowledge from the team, and they have more hit points, so that makes sense together. The other option would be then to go with the logistic company. And I was thinking then, because we're getting like supply problems, right, when we're spearheading attacks and those sort of things, and which I think is probably what these divisions will be doing a lot, with the tanks and artillery just being going in heavy, like, right? The most stable is the hospital and the engineer and whatever you want for the rest. I changed the anti-tank support group, but that's just me, and I may be stupid. Yeah, that's the question, right? I think that depends on like what kind of forces are we going up against, right? Are we facing the Germans and all their tank battalions? Then yes, I definitely need the anti-tank. And I'm thinking eventually we will be facing more Germans and Italians. But like AA could be good, right? As a alternative. But I'm gonna trust my Spitfires to keep the skies clear for us. So let's go with this. I'm gonna try this. Okay, so it better be here in the list. It is in the list. Yay! Okay, so we'll train, and let's add a few more. No. Like this. Okay. We need to set a location. I mean, we'll bring them in. Let's bring them around London, shall we? And I feel like I misspelled it. Isn't it Mountaineers? Is it like this? I think it's like this. And we'll bring them into Nottingham. And I don't think I'm using any Rangers right now. If for some reason I am producing them. I have no idea when this happened. Don't make infinite. Oh, we need lots of them, right? Otherwise I keep having to go back and do it again, right? Let's roll this. I would be 24 because you need like a full division, right? So they, synchronously will create divisions. That's my mistake. I never set a limit. Yeah, I mean, I'm usually like, well, so far, right? I know I need a lot of these units. Let's just keep producing them, and then if I don't need them anymore, we'll stop producing them, right? But it's probably safer to actually surely he remembered. Surely I forgot something. Guaranteed. I'll push it back. Now you made me paranoid, Lasagna. What did I forget now? Wow, what is it I'm leaving on the field here? It's got to be something, right? Oh my. This unit is holding strong. What is it? Is it like a mountain region? Yes, in mountains. That's why. Or we can just go around him. Let's ignore him then.
Orders!
We just stay up there. And that's going to be a river crossing. If I capture this area, it's like we have a bridge here. I can see. So if I go in and capture this province, can I then cross here and attack south without getting a river penalty when I attack? Would you guys have it? No. One Shi has capitulated. All right. In that case, I'm not going to do this. Is this a mountain as well? It's all mountains. I thought it was flat. It looked flat. Oh no. It's no wonder it's taking ages, right? South Africa wants to access our air bases. I think I'm okay with that. All right. Accept. Supermarine Spitfire Mark II. I think we're up to Mark III. They're both airplanes, so let's see if we can't update those. Right, and then we had another one, I think. We shouldn't really do this. Let's this is wrong. Oops, didn't mean to click that away. Let's check the production, make sure we're using everything. No, we left a bit on the table. So we go back here again. And we cannot increase this. Close the support. I'm wondering if we need to update it. It's been a while. Let's see. That's going to be the Hawker Hector. This one. The gas. I don't mind the agility being a little bit worse, seeing as a, chaos airplane. The range doesn't need to be much. We can relocate to Madrid, etc. What reliability? Let's see. Hector 2. All right. Might not be the perfect design, but it's my design. And we're going with it. All right, so I can get some new people here. Some Dutch. Swiss national. Okay, they're going to look neutral. I need a commando. We need commandos. And we need our people to do something. All right, so let's... that's completed. Oh, okay, something went wrong here by this side. So we're trying to capture a cipher. The team had no trouble getting into the country and deftly avoided the tall enemy counter intelligence put on them. Or the tail, yeah. Our agent managed to convince their contact in the German Reich to send them a full copy of the ciphers used to communicate with them. The submarine waited at the agreed-upon extraction point for several hours, but no message was read. Indicating their team was ready for extraction. The crew reported increased enemy activity on the shore during the period. That's not good. We may have lost our men. Val's been wounded. Front's still going strong. Lasagna, sorry. All right. Well, I think so. I've been playing for 3.5 hours now. Went a bit further than expected. I did not. Lecter's awesome. So I'm gonna head out. So thanks so much, everybody, drop my stream. I really enjoyed chatting with everybody here. Great to see you again, Lasagna and Pavlokis, and very nice to see Sergeant Lecter. Hope to see you all soon again. But for now, I'm gonna head out. So enjoy the rest of the afternoon or evening, whatever the case may be. And I will see you in the next one. Until then, take care.